What's up guys, welcome back to another episode. So today we're going to be doing some work on the Turbo EF. I have some of the parts laid out on the table right here. So this is what we're going to be getting into today. I do want to install the K-Tune V.2 Shifter as well as the GSR center console. I also do want to install this nice suede shifter boot, so we're going to be doing that before we actually install the console itself. Another major thing that I did want to do today is I want to remove these seats and remove this crusty old carpet out. I also did take out the red carpet out of its box so that it can find its natural shape. It's been sitting for about 5 days now, so it's the perfect time to get all of this crap out and install all this nice stuff in. So let's get right into it. Alright, so we got the seats out, we got the center console out as well. Now the only thing left to do is to remove this crusty old carpet out of here, and then we can start working on getting this shifter out from the bottom, and then we'll go from there. Holy crap, take a look at this, guys. 31 years this carpet has been in here. There's stuff in here which is pretty much older than I am. There's probably some mice that built a little home over there, and there's probably a couple more things in here as well. Yeah, it's dirty. Holy crap, that's crazy. Oh, look at that, I found a loony. Lucky loony. From what year is it? 1988. There you go. Alright, so what I'm going to do right now is clean up all of this here, vacuum it as best to my ability, and then we can get that new carpet in. And then here's the old one. Look at that. Wow, that's disgusting. I'm so glad this carpet is out. It smells horrible. 31 years of whatever you want to call it stuck in this thing. Disgusting. Alright, got the carpet out. We vacuumed everything. Now it's all nice and clean. I even did go and spray some Lysol spray, disinfectant spray, all over the floors and everything, even under here, just so we get all those bacterias out before we actually go and install the new carpet. So that's all good to go. Also, I already put the EF on some jack stands, and what we're going to be doing now is going under the car and loosening up the actual shifter linkage so we can get that V.2 shifter on the linkage, and then we'll go ahead and install everything, and then we should be good to go. Alright, so under here I did try to film it, but I needed a third hand, which I don't have. So pretty much you loosen the bolt here. You have a nut on the opposite side. So you grab a wrench, you hold that, and then you remove this, and then pretty much this whole linkage falls off. So you just pretty much let that hang. And then this is your shifter from the bottom. So right now there are three, I believe they're 10 millimeter or 12. I'm not sure. I'm about to find out. So you're going to remove these nuts here, and then pretty much the whole shifter comes up from the top. Then you can drop down your V.2 shifter and pretty much go and bolt everything back up. So let's go do that. I finally got this shifter out of there. It was a little bit of a bitch to get it out. It took a little bit of finessing. So this was held by these screws right here, which were on top, and then it was held by the nut here on the bottom. So as I was trying to remove the nut, pretty much the whole screw was just spinning. So I did have to kind of go and drill a little bit in there, put a screw in there so it can hold in place, put some WD-40, and then it came off. So finally got that off, and then now we're gonna be going under the car and installing the actual V.2 shifter. I did go in there just to kind of test fit it and see how it was gonna be sitting in there, and it turns out it's fine. So in some cases what you have to do is you have to reuse your stock plate because of the holes, they don't align. But in this case I did go under and test fitted it, and it's fine. So as you can see, this one has 3 holes and my stock one has 2, but these 2 actually align, this one and this one. So we're going to be using those 2, and we're just going to leave this one out. So let's go and continue the installation, get this shifter in there. I want to see how it's going to look. All right, so as of right now, we do have some issues with some clearance. So I did go and install the shifter already. As you can see, it's all mounted. Also, I did go and install the linkage to the shifter, but we have some clearance issues where when you're going into second gear, fourth gear, and reverse, it's completely fine, but going into first, third, and fifth is an issue. So we're gonna have to go and sort of cut a little bit of this section out just so we can get some clearance. So there's a little bit of cutting to do. So we're gonna have to go and pretty much cut a little bit of this piece right off so that we won't have any issues. So if you guys are planning to do this at home or in the future, know that you will need a Dremel, and you're gonna have to go and pretty much cut a little bit of this whole section out here. So let's go and get that done. Alright, so we finally got the linkage connected to the shifter, and as you guys can see, I did have to cut out that cylinder metal piece that was blocking it. So now when we go first gear, second, it's not blocking it anymore. So that's perfect. So now we can go on top and put the last piece of the puzzle for the shifter. And as for the center console, I did have to go and kind of swap these things out. So this is original from the EF, but I did have to remove it and then put the top piece on this one because it is one piece. So I did kind of have to modify it a little bit, but made it work. So the center console is all good to go. Also, I did run to Garage 16 quickly, and I did pick up these mats. And look at that, check that out guys, EF. So I wasn't really sure if I wanted to go with the red or the black, but because we're doing a all red carpet, these black ones are gonna kind of go nice with the red, and it's a little bit of an accent. I think going all red with the mats themselves is a little bit overkill. So I did decide to go with the black ones, and they're really nice, brand new. So once we install the red Type R carpet, we're gonna put these in there as well, and it's gonna look really good. All right, the shifter is in, looking really good, super exciting. Can't wait to drive this thing. It feels really, really good. There's a ton of adjustments you can do. Also, you can adjust the throw from the bottom. I have it on the shortest throw, number 1. It goes all the way to number 4. So that's like really short. Can't wait to drive this thing. All right, so that's all good to go. I still have to go and remove that anyways, because right now we are going to lay down the Type R red carpet and then start mocking it up, making holes wherever it's necessary around the shifter, the areas where the seats are gonna go, and seat belts and stuff like that. So let's bring in the carpet, start mocking it up, cut some holes, and let's get this thing in here. Whoo, check this out, guys. Wow, that's a nice red right here. All right, so I kind of got it in, test fitted, kind of ran it through the back here as well. So right now it's the scary part where we got to start cutting. So the first thing that I got to start cutting is for the e-brake, just trying to get that over the actual e-brake and then cut from there. So pretty much that's the first thing we're going to do, is cut around the e-brake, try to squeeze that in. I basically went and put it all the way as far as I could, and then like I said, same thing over here, just a little, so we can actually put the seat down, and that's what's going to hold it in the back. And before we start doing that, I did get some adhesive. So this is a multi-purpose. I've seen a lot of guys do headliners with this stuff, carpets with this stuff, really sticky and good stuff. So this is what I'm going to be using. But first I have to make the holes, cut everything out, and then once it's all measured out and laid in and sat properly, then when I'm confident enough that everything is good to go, then I can start spraying the adhesive and then start sticking and making my way from the front all the way to the back. So let's get into it. A little bit of scary stuff here. I don't want to cut into it and have to cut too much and then it's gonna stick out, but I think we should be all right. I think we're okay. I pretty much laid it out as best as I could. Now it's time to start cutting. Alright, so finally starting to make some progress with this carpet. As you guys saw in the time lapse, I did go and pretty much tuck everything as tight as I could, and then I went and started making the holes. So the first thing that I cut out was the e-brake, then the shifter. I did go and find the holes for the seats, for the seat belts, and everything needed to mount everything back. I also got this area here nicely cut out for the trunk and then the gas release, so that's all good to go. Right now what I'm gonna do is pull everything back this way and then start applying the adhesive glue, and then start pretty much tucking everything in as tight as I can. The tighter the better, but as you guys can see, it's looking a little bit better already just from me actually packing it in and forming its shape in the car now. So let's go and get this glue stuck on there and start smoothing everything out, and hopefully we should be done in a matter of minutes. Finally got this thing in. It was a disaster. I thought it would be something really quick, but that wasn't the case. Trying to get this all into place, and then there's still spots that are coming up, like this area here, which I still have to put some more glue on, and small little things like that. But for the most part, it's all done, looking really good. I also got the GSR center console in as well. Everything bolted up nicely and it's all good to go. Everything looks so much better. I still think it looks really good, especially with the new center console. It's looking more beefier and pretty much a little bit better of a street car than it was before. The shifter and the carpet, guys, it sets it off. Like, that's amazing. I love the look. I can't wait to drive this thing. So a little bit of a disclosure. The reason I haven't been doing any first drive, first pull videos is because I'm still trying to get this car on the road, all registered and legal. It's still gonna take a little bit more time because I'm in the middle of getting rid of my work van and all that stuff. So I don't want to kind of go and give the insurance company all the details and then a week later or a couple days later switch things around. So I'm just waiting until I settle up everything with that, and then I can go and put this thing on the street, and then we'll have some fun with this thing on the street. So in the meantime, we're getting all of these things in. We got the shifter, the center console, we got the nice red carpet with the little black mats for accents, which looks really good. I cannot wait to take this thing on the road and feel out the shifter. So that's gonna be in probably the next video. As soon as I figure everything out, we're gonna go register this car and put this thing on the street and see what it's got. So stay tuned for that. Alright guys, that'll pretty much do it for today's video. Thank you all for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out, guys.